Glad to have you join us on the Value Chain TV News Update. I am Chad Moses. On the news update, we begin with economic matters, where the Senate Committee on Special Duties has queried the State House for spending 5.9 billion naira on the purchase and replacement of vehicles in 2024. The committee demanded an explanation on the purchases when the permanent secretary of the State House, Temitope Fashedemi, appeared before it to defend its 2025 budgetary allocations. The senators criticized the expenditure, insisting that the State House did not need additional operational vehicles. Value Chain TV took to the streets of Abuja to hear Nigerians comment on the development. The report.
The truth is that we don't need that for now, because what they have to do, what the federal government have to do now, to just take care of the masses, because people are suffering. Who doesn't have food to eat, whatever, now. So people are dying every day. So for now, let me just tell the truth, for now, we don't know what to say, because things are very, very difficult for us in Nigeria. Especially those people, some people are there lying at the hospital, they don't have somebody that can take care of them. You understand? They don't have any bills or whatever, someone that can help them to survive all these things that we are facing. It's not easy, it has not been easy. Since how many years now, it has not been easy for us.
It's appalling. It's absolutely appalling. And you know there is nothing National Assembly can do to stop that. The reason being that it's also to their own interest. You know, you can't budget such amount of money to buy cars. It's appalling, it's very sickening. People are hungry in this country. So I don't see any reason why that money is bogus. You can't do that in a country whereby people are hungry. So it's just dawned on us that the rich are getting richer and the poor are getting poorer by the day. It's absolutely sickening, seriously. So there's nothing they can do about it. They are in their cohorts, they cannot stop that. That's just it. It's to their own benefit. They can't stop it. And you know how the thing be now. As far as this country is concerned, it's almost unstoppable, the president now. You can't stop him from doing what he wants to do. How many of them in the National Assembly that are not of the same ideology with him? So it's absolutely, they can't come out and say, and if you try to, of course you know what the majority will do. So even the opposition in the National Assembly, whether they like it or not, they cannot stop this. So that's my take. It's very sad. It's seriously sad.
Still on economic matters, the National Assembly Joint Committee on Finance has directed the Nigerian Customs Service to implement measures to block revenue leakages and meet the revised 10.5 trillion naira revenue target for 2025. This resolution was reached during the 2025 budget defense and proposal sessions at the National Assembly in Abuja. The lawmakers rejected the NCA's initial revenue projection of 6.5 trillion naira, emphasizing improved personnel monitoring and addressing issues like under-declaration and other sharp practices at the nation's port. The chairman of the Senate Committee on Finance, Senator Sani Musa, stated that the 10.5 trillion target is realistic based on the information from the Budget Office of the Federation. The Nigerian National Petroleum Company, NNPC Limited, remitted 10 trillion naira into the Federation's account in September 2024. Now, this was stated by the Group Chief Executive Officer of NNPC Limited, Mele Kari, during the presentation of the revenue generation performance of the firm in 2024 and projection for 2025 to the National Assembly Joint Committee on Finance in Abuja. Kari added that NNPC remains the only company in Nigeria that publishes 100% of its accounts every year. The Niger Delta Community NDC Youth Association have expressed objections to the recent allocations of oil blocks licenses by the Nigerian Upstream Petroleum Regulatory Commission (NUPRC) to non-Niger Delta corporate entities and individuals. The NDC youth, who led protests in Yenagoa, Uyo, Benin, Abuja and other states, called for a fresh licensing bid that would ensure that 40% of Nigeria's oil block is allocated to investors that are indigenous to the Niger Delta region, as stipulated in extant laws, including the Petroleum Industry Acts (PIA) and the 1999 Constitution as amended. In a statement jointly signed by the youth leader of the association, Comrade Mbale Jonathan and his deputy, Honorable Emezia Oguma, handing over ancestral lands which have been ravaged and degraded by oil exploration to outsiders was unacceptable. And now moving to business matters, The Nigerian Communications Commission, NCC, has granted approval to telecommunications service providers to disconnect the unstructured supplementary service data, USSD codes of 9 commercial banks from their networks over non-payment of debt owned by the banks for USSD services. Our correspondent, Adaobi Ogwejofor, has more.
According to a notice issued by NCC, the banks to be disconnected include First City Monument Bank, Zenith Bank, Sterling Bank, Jaiz Bank, United Bank of Africa, Polaris Bank, Unity Bank, Fidelity Bank, and Wema Bank. The mobile network operators owned by the banks include MTN, Airtel, Globacom, and Nine Mobile. Should the disconnection be implemented, millions of bank customers will not be able to carry out transactions using USSD. The banks, however, have been given a 2-week grace to settle their debts with the telcos, failure upon which their codes will be disconnected. For Value Chain TV, Adaobi Ogwejofor reporting.
And finally, on international matters, as the Sustainable Week continues in Dubai, President Bola Ahmed Tinubu has assured global stakeholders of Nigeria's willingness to lead Africa and contribute to the reduction of carbon emissions. President Tinubu spoke on the second day of the 2025 Abu Dhabi Sustainable Week, aimed at turning climate imperatives into economic prosperity and bridging Africa with the global energy future, where he urged global communities to collaborate and reshape Africa's energy landscape. And with this, we conclude the Value Chain TV News Update. I remain Chad Moses. Many thanks for watching.